you know? All right, from Bethany, what's your opinion on a couple living together before they get married? I made the mistake before coming on and saying, I got this interesting question in the mailbag asking Knowles and Walsh, it's wrong, the Catholics, but of course, it is a difficult question for me. First of all, because I did everything wrong with my wife. I mean, first of all, I met her by picking her up hitchhiking, and that's just so wrong. We moved in together almost immediately. We lived together for, I think, 2 years, was it? Maybe 4 years before we got married. Everything wrong, and yet it is a marriage for the ages. From my point of view anyway, it is terrific. And so I never know. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be a hypocrite and say it can't work out. When I see young people do it, I think the women are nuts. I think the women are crazy. And I think that, what are you going to learn? I mean, after a month, right? When you are married, when you live together, over time, my wife and I don't fight, but, it doesn't mean you don't ever get on each other's nerves, or you don't ever have a moment when you're annoyed with each other. You're going to get annoyed with one another. I'm not sure living together, you're going to learn anything that is going to be informative for whether you should get married. I will say this, if you do it, you should have a distinct cutoff date. I'm just talking practically. I'm not talking morally. The moral question you have to figure out yourself. The moral question has to do with your own moral outlook. If you think like only people who are married should live together, if you think only people who are married should sleep together, then that's the way you should live, and you shouldn't let anybody talk you out of that. However, if you're considering this, you should have a definite date, and it should be short, like 2 months, where you live together and you say yes or no. Because I'm sorry, women's value goes down. Men's tends to go up for a long period of time because they earn more as they get older. They become more sophisticated, more knowledgeable. They become more valuable. Where women, obviously they get older. They're not as fertile. They're not as young and beautiful as they were, and their value goes down. You should not waste your time with men who won't commit. And that's my basic practical answer to this. You should not waste your time with men who won't commit. Don't write to me and say it's immoral, because we're not passing judgment on anybody in the mailbag section. We're just saying that as a practical matter, a woman is a fool. A woman is a fool if she lives with somebody for any period or any really long period of time without a commitment. Women should get commitment. And I'll tell you something else. Have kids. Have them soon, have them early. Worry about your career later. You can have a career later, have your kids early, so you're healthy and you can have a lot of them. You can raise them, pay attention to them, make your husband support you, and then after the kids grow up, then you can have your career. That's my advice. All right, I know you weren't asking, but